Remember, Marcus, the working staff of the Foundation branch will take care of the dispute in their fashion. We just need to follow him in. The members of the Circle are top priority. But before any of them can be convicted, as said before, all we have to do is silently observe and respect their lives.
Understood. I almost bumped into her. That lady in green seemed to be in a bad mood. Shall I ask the gentleman from the branch who she is? Oh, he seems busy at the moment. But that gentleman is a person of this era. If I interrupt him, am I also interrupting his original course of action?
My, Mr. Rigoletto. Your hair has grown so fast. To what do we owe this pleasure? Are you also here for the exquisite art?
Can you just be normal for once, Henry? And stop calling me by those opera names. Someone reported an arcane disturbance here. I see candles. Are you holding a seance? I must remind you that arcane rituals are not allowed unless you have a separate permit.
Excuse me? That's not fair. The first permit already costed us a...
Please calm yourself, sir. Be mindful of what you implied. The Viennese government has ensured you the greatest possible freedom for working with us. Who do you think cleaned up after you people? After those fires, passionate murders, and deadly stampedes? We can't bear the consequences of your moments of epiphany forever. Not to mention, the seance is one of the most dangerous acts. We've had 2 colleagues injured, still being treated for mental illness in the Vienna General Hospital. You will find no other place as tolerant and open-minded as this one. In return, you should do your part and cooperate with the government.
Seance? What seance? Nothing of the sort, Mr. Rigoletto. This is just a rehearsal of the play. The candles, the settings, and of course, these paintings once bathed in fire. Yes, this is an art exhibit, a youth rally, or, as we prefer to call it, a visualization of the future.
I demand a rational conversation. Now, I must question the sanity of this gathering. Is there no one here who is of sound mind? If not, I'll have to...
I'm terribly sorry. Mr. Strauss, sorry to have kept you waiting.
Miss Naterstorff. Bless you, madam. I did not expect to see you here.
Oh, sorry that we troubled you. I'm here for my late brother's exhibition, and for rehearsal for the coming performance. We got a little carried away. Made you come all the way here to check on us.
Please, madam, as your friend, I do not wish to cause you discomfort. In fact, Mr. Carl and I were talking about you over brunch earlier. He was truly impressed by your talent at the opera.
Ah, Mr. Carl is too kind. Since my mother passed away, he has been such a caring friend to the family.
Well then, this was all just a misunderstanding. But, madam, please understand that I still have procedures to go through. Would you mind if I investigated a little? By investigate, you know, just a quick look around the building.
We are grateful to have a responsible employee like you, Mr. Strauss. Please, help yourself.
Wow! The spider tail and the detection spores. These are Laplace's auxiliary devices for perceiving arcane power. I've never seen one before. Only investigators of level 4 or higher are allowed to use them.
Marcus, come. Give me a hand.
On it. These burnt pictures. They're the work of Theophil von Dittesdorf. They're the perfect subjects for reading. Only a third of the picture can be read, but I can see it clearly. An ingenious composition that balances the different elements of the picture. Sadly, the creator focused too much on the form and overlooked the content. The frame is made of... not important. Next page. This one is luckier. Half of it survived the fire, so we can see the lower half of the lady in the picture. But, Theophil certainly had a way with women. She was not his first prey. And this one, only a frame remains. The rest of his works are too damaged, but I do remember an intact one somewhere. But aside from this, I don't see anything else. Next page. People can be read too. That person, Mrs. Old. Unlike other ladies pursuing the latest fashions in Paris, she still wears the corset, with only some Art Nouveau jewelry by her waist. She's as delicate as a butterfly. She is a renowned medium. The Dittesdorf family is well known for their mediumship. Nowadays, they use that power mostly for art. That is, they summon a spirit to possess their body so they can sing, write, and paint like no other. They also suffered for this power. Racked by neurosis and hysteria, the family has had very few members despite its long history. Wait a minute. The picture behind her is still intact, and it is enormous. Is that the Salvation? Strange. This painting is...
You have a keen eye for art, miss.
Oh!
This painting is the work of my dearest friend, Sigmund. The Salvation. The only piece he left behind that survived the consuming flames. These enchanting, magical circles, one next to another. Oh, I was only reciting Miss Kakania. We're both passionate about the subject. How regrettable. She would have given you a much better explanation if she were here. Her words can easily stir one's soul.
Did you say Kakanya? You have a friend called Kakanya?
Oh, yes. Every artist has their own nickname. I also have the honor of knowing the Orange Knight, Victor of the Rhyme, Offerstrudel. Are you a friend of Kakanya? Too bad she just left. She should be meeting with Dr. Schwartz by now.
No, the name sounded a little strange to me, that's all. But I appreciate the explanation, sir.
What happened? Are these ghosts? Didn't you say there wasn't a seance? This is Dietersdorf. I would very much like an explanation.
Oh, they're still chasing me!
The detection spores have taken effect and enveloped the ghosts. Marcus, can you still read?
I think so.
Good. I'll draw its attention. You take care of the arcanum part.
나도 학자도 아닌데 이거 제가 맡겠습니다라고 말하네.
Can I start running? I can hear the newly made this year. Enjoy! Ouch! What's wrong? There they are. It could be another that's newly made this year. Got you. You don't want to miss it. It's wrong. There they are. I remember it's called lending a hand.
Miss Dietersdorf, you told me this was just an opera rehearsal. Now look at this mess. And more importantly, my two assistants are still here. I must ask you for a good reason to report to my superior.
Oh, Isolde, my dear lovely gal.
Mr. Karl.
Director?
Look at you, so pale. The play is sapping your strength. Come, child, come to me. I told Schwartz to take good care of you. Well, I guess he can't be in two places at once. The frequent presentations must have been too much for a doctor such as he. I've learned that you've recovered from hysteria, which is good, but promise me that you'll look after yourself, will you? Your late mother suffered a tragic end, and it would be unbearable for the Empire to lose another star.
You flatter me.
Joseph?
Yes, Director.
Don't be so hard on them. Those were wonderful stage effects. Heinrich is an expert at this, yes? What better demonstrates our free wills than respecting the artists in their work? None of us would mind an episode of excitement every once in a while. Even the gentlemen from the headquarters would agree with me, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
We are short on manpower, and the assistants should focus on more important matters.
We should leave.
Good day. I would like to check the date of a novel. Yes, it is Der Mann ohne Eigenschaften by Robert Musil. Oh, I see.
What did they say?
Just as I remembered it. The novel was completed in 1930. The word Kakania was also created by Robert Musil. Kakania should not be a nickname for anyone in 1914.
It doesn't belong to this era. She could be with Manus Vindictae, or at least associated with their people.
What's more, when we were at the Secession building, I read that painting, The Salvation. It seemed out of place compared to the other paintings. Théophile may have applied a new technique on the Salvation, a more daring kind, audacious even. But these are only subtleties, I can't be too certain. I was interrupted by that strangely speaking gentleman, so I didn't get everything. Another thing, its content reminds me of the symbol of the circle. This twisting circle resembles the circles in the Salvation. Heinrich called them magical circles, one next to another. They must be more than just circles, I think. Was he demonstrating the madness of passion? But the lines are clean. Perhaps the purity of eternity? No, the circles are too twisted for that. Or was he just representing a primitive state of being?
I don't understand any of it.
전혀 모르겠는데.
So this must be art.
Ma'am, you're funny sometimes.
와,
I wasn't joking. Based on what we know, we can't be sure if this group of young arcanists and the Manus are connected. But we all know that the latter is eager to win over the cynical revolutionary youth. You did well, Marcus. The important figures of the circle, Isolde, Heinrich, and even the late Théophile. We had made contact with them all. Only this Kakanya. What does the intel say about her?
Kakanya, also known as Miss Clara, inherited her arcane skills from her family. She's able to reflect people's thoughts in a mirror. She was once a medical student, but dropped out halfway through. These days, she shows up at various social events as a psychiatrist, which the Foundation tries to prohibit because she doesn't have a license. And she is also an activist.
An activist?
According to Mr. Heinrich, she is meeting with a doctor named Schwartz today.
Schwartz, the family doctor Carl mentioned. Let's try our luck there.
Now then, Miss Clara, Mr. Schwartz. Only 3 weapons are allowed in the duel. The army knife, the sword, and the pistol.
I will leave the choice to Dr. Schwartz, for he has more experience in these duels than I do. It's an honor to fight you, and I look forward to ending your winning streak.
Not so much an honorable scene for me.
Excuse me, please.
Pardon me. What is happening?
A duel, ma'am. Just as Dr. Schwartz was demonstrating his therapy, Miss Clara barged right in. They were arguing, and this is how they decided to end it. To ensure fairness of the duel, the combat must happen within 48 hours of the challenge, but I've never seen one take place on the spot.
Well, I hope they know what they're doing. I don't want to get caught as collateral damage.
That green dress. So she is Kakanya. What do we do? If she gets injured, our mission will...
Don't worry about people in that time. It is their life to live. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions. The course of history is more important than our investigation. This is Investigator Greta Hoffman. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
The field agent squad needs to speak to me. This won't take long. I will leave this to you. Remember what I said, Marcus.
Yes, madam. Leaving this to me. To me. To me. Breathe, Marcus. There's nothing to be nervous about. You can't be an assistant forever. There will come a day when you're all on your own. Just like at the Secession building, I only have to watch her. If I end up talking to Miss Kakanya, I'll just pretend to be an ordinary employee of the Foundation. Easy. You used to do well on your own, when you were reading in the lighthouse and the forest. Dr. Schwartz. 3 times he has been involved in duels, and 3 times he has won. Impressive. This time he's still going for the pistol. But Miss Kakanya does not have an assistant, and she has only 1 witness in this duel. This is not right. Why did she agree to this? She's being reckless. Even an arcanist should have at least 1 assistant in a duel. Dr. Schwartz's assistant brought them a pair of pistols. FN Model 1910. Is that a right weapon for a duel? It's too crowded here. I can't see. No, the pistol given to Miss Kakanya. Something's wrong with it. Bullets. Her life is in danger if the duel begins. But Madam Hoffman warned me about the consequences of intervention. What if I just go and talk to her as an employee of the Foundation branch, like I did at the Secession building? So far, Heinrich has been difficult to communicate with, while Mr. Carl doesn't want us to get in touch with Miss Isolde. Miss Kakanya is the only person who is both a friend of Theophil and associated with the Circle, but I have to be careful with this name. If she is indeed one of the Manus Vindictae, I will be jeopardizing this mission by going near her. But wait, she doesn't know that I'm from the headquarters, so she probably will talk to me. But how do I know she doesn't know my identity? What if Mr. Call is not to be trusted? And what if Mr. Call and she are in this together? Their names both start with a K. What am I thinking? Stop. I'm not on the Flannan Isles anymore. I can't waste my day on endless thoughts. Remember what Madame Hoffman said. Think of the immediate mission. I have to prevent Kakanya from getting killed in the duel. She has the clues about Teofil that I need. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions. I have assessed the risks, madam. I will not stand by and watch this happen, even if I don't know the consequences.
I need to make this clear to you. Not only have you hindered Miss Dietersdorf from getting the treatment she needs, but you have repeatedly defamed me.
I can only admit that you're right if you have to call a different academic perspective slander.
A different academic perspective? Do you really think Freud and his petty tricks are academic? One could hardly find a worse insult to science than this.
Is that so? Do you really mean that? Rumor has it that you taught the military the method of hypnosis for a price. Do you wish to clear things up here? Your silence is a resounding yes. Tell me, why did you please the ministers with these petty tricks, but not with your most advanced electrotherapy you've been touting? Do you harbor negative feelings towards Mr. Freud because of his open rejection of hypnosis?
What does any of this have to do with you?
Many things, Mr. Schwartz. Your behavior has greatly undermined the interests of arcanists, who are your own people. Not to mention that hypnosis is a violation of a patient's free will. And I have reason to believe that this duel is entirely personal. I must make it clear that your wife's appointment with me has nothing to do with the rumors of your lackluster performance in the bedroom. I'm not the real enemy, Mr. Schwartz. The gossip mongers and tabloid writers are.
You...
Are both duelists ready?
Perfectly ready.
I'm ready to...
No! She's not!
뭐야?
Huh?
Miss Kakanya needs another minute. The crowd. Shoot me. I want to go home. Why, oh, why did you apply for this mission, Marcus?
짱 귀엽네.
I am Miss Kanya's assistant. I am here to...
Sorry to interrupt, miss. But the last time I checked, I couldn't possibly afford a St. Pavlov Foundation member to be my aide.
Ah, darn it. I forgot about my badge.
So, the Foundation is trying to intervene. Don't worry, Miss Foundation staff. Look around. We're doing it the human way. No arcane skills involved. The head of the Foundation branch should not be your role model. Mind you, you're giving up a part of your integrity for taking his clones. A terrible deal indeed. Besides, they're using human guns. We don't need the Foundation's license to use these. I'm not doing anything against the Foundation's rules, am I? If it's urgent, can we wait until after the duel? Please stand back. The bullets can't tell the difference between friend and enemy.
Please don't use that gun. The bullets in it are dangerous.
What?
The bullets are wrong. The gun will burst if you pull the trigger. Sir, I demand that the gun be checked.
The size of these bullets. I need an explanation, Mr. Schwartz. I thought you had at least the integrity of a gentleman. The bullets in my gun are wrong. If I pull the trigger, as Miss Foundation here said, the barrel will burst.
A bursted barrel? I remember now. That Anton boy lost the duel to Schwartz for the same reason. Did Schwartz do something to his gun too? And was the guard in on it too?
전에도 그런 일이 있었다고?
Huh?
의심을 안 하는 거 아니 근데?
This is defamation. I have never...
Please! Who is dueling here?
The guards are here.
Hey! Don't step on my dress!
Not good. Madame Hoffman has not come back yet. Madame Hoffman!
Hey, miss! The helpful Miss Foundation employee!
Miss Kakanya?
Don't stand there! Come here! Okay, this is a quiet road. We're going to jump, Miss Foundation. 3, 2, 1, here we go!
예?
It's an honor to meet you.
Move! Seal off that exit! Don't let them get away!
Got to sneak away. Don't worry, Miss Foundation. I won't leave you behind. I'll help you as you helped me.
Huh? That's not...
Kanya, this way! Ilich, I thought you were out selling bears on the street. Is that the magic mustache? You clever boy. Quick, name your price.
You sure you can afford that, Kanya?
Triple the price? Just about what I can accept. You know my limits, old friend. Put it on, Miss Foundation. Don't take it off. You'll be exposed. It smells, but bear with it. Now keep quiet and follow me. I'll get you to safety. Lead us if you want your pay, Ilich.
Got it. Follow me.
It is here.
Another jar? Check my calculation. Let's get it over quick. It's wrong. It could be for another jar. Time to check my calculation. There they are. You don't want to miss it. I can hear it. Really made this year.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant.
Let's get it over quick. There they are.
Keep going. For our dream, comrade. Kanya, this way. Over here.
Ilich! Thanks a lot. The prop sure came in handy.
Finally. Why do I keep having things stick to my lips?
Ha! Be careful with that. It is no ordinary beard. Every single strand was soaked in a Bohemian potion, mixed with bloodroot,
Toad's heart and Yavangal. Why were the gods after you?
That's a long story. And oh, don't worry about this kind little lady. She saved my life, and she's sort of a friend.
A third of? This is bad. The connection is down. I can't get in touch with Madame Hoffman. She's probably in an important conversation with the field agent squad and has calls on block. It's okay, Marcus. You can do this yourself. Just stay in the conversation. Communication is not that hard. You've done this through before. You can do it.
My, Kakanya, are you friends with the government officials now? Times have changed indeed. I've been here for a whole year, but I've never seen an official without a beard. Where are you from? Croatia? Moravia? Galicia?
I grew up in Romania.
Oh, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina. That makes us friends, since we're both from somewhere near.
Be careful on the streets these days, Ilich. You could be in trouble too if the guards catch you. After all, you haven't got a license.
Huh? You don't?
Oh, of course not. Have you read the requirements? Records of the safe use of arcane skills within 3 generations. I was born in the streets. I don't even know who my grandmother was. And the records aren't the hard part to get around. If you're applying in Vienna, the license has to be issued by the central government. It's not an Austrian problem, nor a Hungarian problem. The central government sits in the middle. And no official has any idea of what's what. Should this be the Kaiser's concern? Or the Königs? Or both? You'd be the biggest fool to listen and follow these broken rules. Stuck in the system, nowhere to go. Unless you work the magic of crowns.
What happens if we don't have an Arcanum license?
Oh, you'll love this. Who knows, you could get 3 days in detention, or maybe 10 years in prison. Even if you are sentenced to prison, they might forget to bring you in. Or, if you're an outstanding citizen who can shed your Arcanum during your human re-education, you might get to have a nice life. Without a license, that is. Our justice system is much more unpredictable than the Arcanists. We still have a fair chance of getting away.
Very informative, Ilich.
Oh well then. Bis später, Kakanya and Miss Foundation. Forget I said anything?
They are...
Some Arcanist kids on the streets. I'm surprised you know nothing about them. The country has changed, lady, and not everything in Vienna is as decent and sumptuous as the buildings on Ringstrasse and Herrengasse. I'm thankful for your help, Miss Foundation, but so far I have returned the favor. You don't want the gods either, do you? They're even. So, can you tell me why you're here? Oh, I see. Mr. Carl sent you, didn't he? Because I don't have a psychiatrist license. Can't you people give me a break? I swear on my ancestors, I'm doing this entirely the Arcanist way. It has nothing to do with human science. Don't you people ever sleep? Do you not have a life? This is the 10th time this month. Even got rest after working 6 days in a row. I have an Arcanum license inherited from my family. It is nothing to be ashamed of. My fees are reasonable. No one's ever complained.
No, Miss Kakanya, this is really coincidental. I just happen to know that you are a psychiatrist.
Huh? So? Are psychiatrists considered doctors now?
I think there's been a misunderstanding. Wait, I'm not here to check your credentials.
Then what?
So you call yourself Kakanya, but I know your first name is Clara.
Oh, I didn't know the Foundation staff reads my work. How very flattering. Yes, I'm Clara. But Miss Foundation, don't you think Kakanya is an intriguing name? Heinrich, who's a friend of mine, gave me a book which greatly inspired me. Our country is just like that name. It both is and isn't. It both has and has not. If you look for it, it can't be found. Yet if you stop looking, it's everywhere. Look at this country, my friend. The sumptuous buildings rise so high that the people in power never have to lay eyes on the rye farmers of Bohemia, the immigrants from the east coast of the Adriatic Sea, or on the Arcanists. How could there possibly be smog choking the industrial area? How could there possibly be cold houses in the winter? The cafe house is definitely filled with people who love to dance, and not with those who can't afford the heat. Oh no. Surely there's no bureaucracy, no discrimination, no poverty here. This is a city of humanism and freedom. Oh yes. Kakanya, Kaiserlich Königlich, or Kaiserlich Unköniglich. And Kakania, the land. There's no better name for this country.
So then, you did get that book from a friend. Now's my chance. I still have one spider tail Madame Hoffman left me. If I can find a chance to leave the spider tail on her, or in her place. I'm intrigued by the book. Can I see it?
This concludes the report by Semmelweis of the Field Agent Administration. Please confirm, Madam Hoffman.
Yes. Report received.
Why so serious, Greta? That was just routine.
And I envy your lightheartedness and optimism. They got you out of Vienna on such short notice. I can only imagine that must have been difficult for you as well. According to your intel, the Empire's had too many assassinations in a short period of time. This is not good for the critical point, Semmelweis.
At least try to stay in a good mood. What else can we do? Aside from that, Greta, I have more to tell you. I was pulled out of Vienna overnight, and I didn't have time to brief the new squad there. You know it takes ages to get through the briefing process. I might as well just tell you now, personally. There could be an Arcanist who has crossed the storm, and is now in Vienna.
What did you say? Do we know more about this Arcanist?
We only know his name is Heinrich. We learned about this from the Berlin squad when we met up here, but had no time to verify.
I see. Leave the rest to us.
It's true. He traveled to Berlin during the 6th storm, and survived the 1913 storms there. And after the 1966 storm and the one in 1929...
And now it's 1913 for the second time. For all the arcanists who crossed the sixth storm. This is exciting news.
Their time has returned.
I understand the excitement, but perhaps time in its chaotic fashion has inadvertently returned to the same year. I hear you, Semmelweis. This is valuable information. I'll let the...
Grandpa? Are you still there?
Sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong with the spider tail I left on Marcus. This is not her ritual. Something's happened.
I'm surprised, Miss Marcus. You know so much about Cicero. I thought the Foundation was nothing but bureaucrats and bookworms. Oh, have you been to the Secession building? Did you like it? Shame that book isn't there. Please, come in. Forgive the mess. I must say that it is at least more orderly than the administration of the Empire.
Thank you.
These are state props. Heinrich left them here. He certainly learned some useful things in Berlin. Make yourself comfortable. I'll get you some tea and look for the book.
Please don't bother, Miss Kakanya. I won't stay long. I have to go back to the branch soon. I just need to confirm that you have that book with you. Is this Kakanya's arcane skill?
Oh, Miss Foundation, it's okay. Just a little trick I use to ensure my personal safety. I usually even charge for this. Look into the mirror which reflects your inner world. This trick has been used by arcanists for thousands of years. When it was first used, the Roman Emperor still ruled this land. Speaking of which, Miss Foundation, how did you know that the pistol was tampered with? Your arcane skill?
Don't look at the mirror.
I am curious. No need to be alarmed. I'll treat you gently.
마도학자 공방에 들어가면 어떡해. 아무 데뷔도 안 하고.
It's an honor to meet you.
와, 뭐 북한이랑 세대.
Deep breaths, miss. Look at the mirror. This is a private session. Your secrets are safe with me.
I'm dizzy. Oh, spinning. So this is Miss Kakanya's arcane skill. A maze of mirrors. The orphanage. The Flennon Isles. These look like my memories, but different.
You can look at them directly, miss. They'll reveal your deepest secrets and desires.
They're only illusions, Marcus. Just break her arcane skill and get out. I'll do the only thing I can do. Read. I see her. She's behind these illusions, but which one is real?
다 때리면 되는 거 아니야?
I can hear it. It is here. Are you a rational member?
You found me. Did you see through the illusions, or was it pure luck?
Focus. She can move through mirrors. Got to keep track of her.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme de pas.
It's newly made this year. Got you.
This can't be luck. No, I need to be sure. I'd be disappointed were it a fluke.
Time to check my calculation. Intersect and divide.
Everything is a book. Everything can be read. These reflections are merely distractions. I found it. The
야,
page of
마커스 개
truth.
멋있어.
Oh, it's true. You saw through the illusions as you saw through the pistol. All right, enough of my tricks. What a pleasant surprise. How does your skill work? Let me see.
No! I'm out of here! I can hear it.
It could be time. Another jar? And divide. You don't want to miss it.
It is here.
Even that.
I can hear it.
Could be found. It's newly made this year.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Uh-huh. There they are. Professional. The final demonstration.
It is here.
Coming! Welcome to the world of numbers.
Ouch! I won!
Keep going. For our dream, comrade.
제가 이겼어요 할 게 아니라 빨리 째야 되는 거 아니야? 이것조차 환술이면 어떡해. 이긴 것조차 환술인 거지.
The reflections she created were real enough, but not perfect. The reflections had neither shadows nor breath. Most importantly, they didn't have her passion and subtle movements. I read the truth from these details. She meant me no harm. Maybe it was just a little trick she was playing. But
That was... I knew it. Your arcane skill is incredibly unique. You can discover what's on the inside by observing what's on the outside. You are born to be a psychiatrist.
이게 무슨...
Huh?
Look at you. You are so tiny. And they give you this big coat? How can they do this to a child? How about you quit the Foundation and be my assistant? Your perception would be invaluable in this line of work. After all, we search for truth from foggy memories and vague descriptions for a living.
Miss, the book?
Forget the book! A new academic field is opening its doors to you. Let's go inside. Oh dear, I forgot your tea.
Gosh, she's bubbling like a parrot. It's Madam Hoffman. Ma'am?
Marcus, the spider tail has shown me your direction. How did you get that far? What is that place? An arcane fluctuation?
I'm with the target, Miss Kakania, in her clinic. I'm safe. Investigation's going well, ma'am.
Stay where you are. I'm on my way. And take care of yourself. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
네. 귀엽네.
Was that your supervisor? She sounds rather harsh. I do have to question the Foundation hiring underage children and all.
Just in time. Well, actually, Madam Hoffman is very kind to me.
Well, you have seen it all for yourself. Me, my clinic, my arcane skill. I showed you everything. Have they cleared up your doubts, Miss Marcus?
Just one more question.
Please, go ahead.
About the circle.
Huh? Did you go through all this trouble just for that? You could have asked me earlier. I am the founder of the circle.
Oh, what?
You're awfully excited. Are you an admirer? Joking. It's just a little group a couple of friends started out of interest. Completely legal, nothing nefarious. We're committed to changing the Arcanist's current situation. More committed than the Foundation. There will be a non-profit exhibit soon, and all donations will help lower-class Arcanists get their license. Which should have been your responsibility. Sorry, I got carried away. I should persuade you to join us, not to take your current job.
And the painting in this exhibit will be the salvation?
That's right, you've been to the Secession building. And that's a masterpiece which would be hard to miss. That was Theophil's final piece of work, the Golden Isle being its subject. It was big news at the time. The island hidden from all people in the Aegean Sea, the ancient Arcanist settlement, the strange current and magnetic field around it, the animals only heard in stories, and the shadow of modern society cast upon it. Well, those are just hearsay. People have all kinds of speculations about it. A military base, a mystical kingdom, the apocalypse. The Foundation knows it better than any of us. Miss Marcus, I've told you everything I know. If you trust me, please tell me one thing.
I'm sorry, Miss Kakanya. I can't.
there really are people on that island? If so, how did they protect themselves in these changing times? This is my only question, as an arcanist and as a human being. The arms companies are turning the Balkan Peninsula into a proving ground for their new weapons. That was how they discovered this island. You work for the authorities. You must know something. Please, I just want to know if there's any more of us in this world, suffering, silenced and helpless. Fine. You work for the Foundation, after all. I shouldn't have asked. It's just that I'm hoping for at least one rational person in such an irredeemable bureaucracy. Someone who doesn't think it's just a bunch of deranged lunatics over there. Which is a stigma the Arcanists have carried around for centuries.
No! We're not crazy! I don't think the Arcanists on the island are crazy either.
Miss Marcus.
Dr. Kakanya, I know there has been discord and resentment between humans and Arcanists, but not everyone is like Mr. Carl. We're from the headquarters where many like you are fighting for the rights of Arcanists. When it comes to caring for our people, we're not so different there. That was what the Foundation was for, to defend the interests of the Arcanists and to keep the world safe and orderly. Till this day, we continue to strive for this goal.
My sympathies for all that is happening. We could have been very good friends if you weren't working for the Foundation. I know you meant every word you said. I can see how you burned with passion. The Circle was founded for the same reason. But I will not change my view on certain things. But on second thought, I have friends working in all kinds of places. We have a big house, plenty of wine and refreshments. There's more than enough room for a new friend. I would like to invite you to the Secession building, and to be present at the opening of the exhibit, Miss Marcus. And we can talk more about what you said afterwards.
That'd be great!
귀여워.
But my supervisor...
That is tricky. But a minor like you requires the presence of a guardian, and you told me that she's kind to you. Well, she can come with you. We must abide by the law, after all. It might help to clear up misunderstandings if she's there. All right. I have to inform Heinrich that we have 2 more guests coming. Oh, shoot. I have an appointment today. I almost forgot the time. I have to go. I know what you're going to ask, but patient information is confidential. I shouldn't keep you any longer. See you soon, Miss Foundation. Welcome to the Circle.
Oh, I should go. Thank you, Miss Kakanya.
잘 들어. 나는 더는 못 참아. 나 더는 못 참아. 맨날 거울만 가지고 놀며 꾀꾀거리던 이 초록새야. 정신을 보면 돌파를 의사 잡상인 다 초록새는 카카니 아니야. 다른 나라 인간들 좀 그만 데려와. 그 빌어먹을 소음이랑 눈이 멀어버릴 것 같은 거울도 나 바보 아니거든. 이 망할 초록 앵무새야. 그걸 완드라고 부를 거면 막대기 형태가 될 거 아니야. 진짜 빛을 반사하는 빌어먹은 평면 형태가 아니라 나 진짜 야노시의 그 망할 남색 스프라이트 바지는 그만 보고 싶다고. 젠장 이 빌어먹을 거울 적당히 알았으면 다음에 종이조각에 붙이는 거 깡 끝날 줄 알아. 너희 졸부들 동네로 꺼져버려. 와서 부탁치지 말고. 우호적 교류라고 이게.
Can I start running? Another jar?
Thank you for your cooperation.
Got you! Enjoy! Whoa!
I can hear this here.
Oh, this villains! It's newly made this. Another jar? Got you! There they are!
The curtain.
You know what happened. But under the Foundation's regulations, I must reiterate that the primary subject of this investigation has been changed to Heinrich. These 2 invitations are very useful. I'll tell the field agent squad to act tomorrow night. Once Heinrich's identity is verified, we will detain him in the exhibit. But I must remind you, Marcus. What you did today was a serious violation of the field mission manual, and I have to report this to the headquarters. That island is not of this era. Everything about it is strictly confidential. You have crossed a line.
Understood.
I know what you're thinking. We need to get closer to this group. You might think their ideas are closer to those of the headquarters, and therefore easier to work with compared to the Vienna branch.
Huh?
You must know that Kakanya is not our only source of information. On the one hand, Carl has given us a list. In principle, everyone on this list is useful. On the other hand, the branch has its own connections too. More importantly, it takes more than a conversation over tea to get the people on the same side of a conflict. I'm worried you are not ready for this, Marcus. There's too much wickedness out there dressed in the skin of kindness. The most horrible atrocities are always committed for the most seemingly justified reasons. Even at the headquarters, people are mired in power struggles and compromises.
Sorry, ma'am. I was naive.
It will be the Foundation's judgment call. If the information you've gathered outweighs the risks, you may be treated leniently. Marcus, look at the street. You're not the only one who wants to contribute to this place and its people. We come for peace, and many before us have tried to prevent foreseeable tragedies, only to cause greater tragedies. The rules are there for a reason. Nothing in the manual was written out of imagination. Every one of them came from a mistake of the past. We are only here to observe.
둘 다 마음이 이해되긴 하네.
This is Vienna in 1914, the birthplace of an enduring war and chaos, the critical point. It is a powder keg, and the slightest spark will set it off. Any action we take could have unfathomable consequences. That is why we advise extreme caution. This is our responsibility to this era.
I understand completely, Madam Hoffman. I won't make the same mistake again.
Isolde, you look sad and pale. What happened? Did something happen in the troop? Or did those dreadful officials come back?
No, I'm just a bit worried. You entered a duel for my sake. Dear Lord, the thought of you getting hurt breaks my heart.
Did Heinrich tell you that? He needs to keep his mouth shut. Don't worry about me, Isolde. I fought for the ethics of the profession, and I'm ready to bear the consequences of my actions. That scum sold the secrets of hypnosis to the military. It's a treatment, not a means of interrogation. In the end, all is well. The duel didn't happen, and I'm here, unharmed. All thanks to that young missy from the Foundation.
That young missy from the Foundation. The lady who just left? I bumped into her at the door.
So you've seen her?
She was at the cessation building. You weren't there. Did she give you any trouble? You told me the Foundation was after you for a while because you didn't have a license. I can help you, Doctor. I can ask Mr. Carl to...
No need for that. We only just became friends.
Friends? You told me to stay away from the Foundation staff, but now you're making friends with them.
Oh, she's different, dear Isolde. We met by chance. I gave her an invitation to the exhibit, so you'll see her there. I think you two will become best friends. It would take all day to tell you everything. You're here for treatment. Let's not waste time on unimportant things.
Unimportant. All right.
You're a personal friend, Isolde, so I didn't want to give you therapy in the first place.
Because I'm not good enough, or sick enough to be your patient?
No, because I'm not good enough. I wasn't properly trained. I don't have a medical license or a degree. This is the cold, hard truth, and you're too important a friend to me. But I can no longer watch you suffer from the horrible treatments those quacks gave you. I may not have a license, but I have the knowledge and ethics that they don't. I never overcharge my treatment, nor sell unnecessary things to the patient, and I will never experiment on my patients. Your smile. So you agree with what I said about those psychiatrists and doctors? Okay, then let's get to it. Dr. Sigmund Freud wrote that repression of desires is one of the primary causes of hysteria. You need to release these desires. I'll guide your memory to find the deeply hidden thoughts. Trust me, and tell me everything during the session. You'll suffer less from the repression, and your physical ailments, fainting and convulsions, will become less severe. Cast off your shackles and trust in me. This first step is crucial. I know tragedies in your family have affected you deeply, but I'm here to help you now. If you have trouble putting thoughts into words, use this mirror. It reflects your inner thoughts, like a mind's endoscope. I cast an arcane skill on it to help your thoughts surface. Look at it, and tell me what you see.
My inner thoughts.
Yes, I won't hypnotize you. Nor will I turn around and peek at the mirror. What's in there belongs to only you. We're just going to talk. Hypnosis is a therapy I most detest. It doesn't help you understand and rediscover yourself.
그래?
And if the dialogue isn't based on the full awareness and consent of both parties, it's pointless.
I see. I will do my best.
Do your best. Relax. You're not on the job. Just turn around. Look in the mirror and tell me. What do you see?
I see golden circles. Theophil in his study, on his feet. His hand gesturing intensely in the air.
황금 같은
yes.
원이 보여요. 엘든링?
I'm there too. I'm... Odd. Why am I not here? Doctor Is your mirror not working? It's not showing my reflection. No, this isn't right. I promised to do my best. I was there. I must have been. I have to remember it. You prepared all of this for my sake. I mustn't disappoint you.
Oh no, she's stuck in her obsessive thoughts. Isolde, please sit down and listen to my voice.
Who am I? Where am I? Hello? Is anybody there? Who is me? I'm who? Greetings. Hello?
The lost ghosts. The last time in the Secession building. Now I understand. I have to get her to stop relying so much on her arcane power. Luckily, not completing my education is why I know a little bit of everything.
What are you doing, Doctor? Is the session over? Was it because I did something wrong? Did I mess up?
Nonsense. You were doing great. I just have to clean the room a bit. Shoo! Go away! Mirrors are useless to ghosts. Leave my patient alone and never come back.
개 멋있어.
Hello? Hello? Are you talking to me?
These ghosts are confusing her. I have to calm her before she hurts herself. I'll take care of you, Miss Dittersdorf. Shh. Tell me, who is here?
I'll behave, Miss Catania. Look at me, please. Who? She's a little girl.
I can hear it. Another jar? Check my calculation. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, this patience!
It could be newly made this year. Time to check my calculation. There they are.
Who are you? Why are you in my bed? Why'd you call my father, father? My mother, mother? And my brother, brother? Hello? I saw you beg and tremble. Father took you away, and the servant brought you back. I'm sorry. I sympathize. But please give me my life back. It's not as nice as you think.
They're only memories, Isolde. What happens next?
No. You died. And then I was here. Miss Picanya?
Tan, another ghost?
The story was not over. It continued with our bloodline.
Another jar? Enjoy! fear. Welcome to the world of numbers.
Shush. Hear that? Someone's crying fire. Shh. What color should we use for a burning cage? Did you hear something crack, fall, and split apart? Snap, crackle, pop. The fire is yelling. Something's burning in the fire.
They left. It's okay, I'm here. You'll be alright.
The curtain has fallen.
Feeling better now? Is anything still haunting you? Talking to you? Do you remember who you are, Isolde?
Oh, yes, Doctor. I see it now. That fire. The fire that devoured everything. How could I ever forget? The raging fire consumed everything, including Theophil. He was screaming. His mind was already gone before he ignited it all. How could you ignore everything with such disregard? Who allowed him to forget with such disregard? Well, I remember it all. I am from a noble family. I need to be a qualified Ditterstorf, an outstanding arcanist, a first-rate opera singer, a good sister, and a good daughter. Never forget my manners, never forget the family. But he got away with it. If Theophil was truly a man of courage, he should have joined the army or fought a duel with someone. That would have made his death more honorable. Yet, he chose to die this way, after a life of debauchery. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you that.
It's okay, Isolde. You're doing it right. That's what therapy is for. These memories are exactly what we need. What's been deliberately repressed and ignored in the depths of your heart will manifest into words and help you reconnect with your emotions. Soon your symptoms of hysteria will diminish. Don't be afraid. You can talk to me about anything. In the name of my family and the Hippocratic Oath, I will keep things between you and me. Everything will be a secret. Our secret.
Our secret. Klingt wunderbar. Ich erinnere mich an dieses Zimmer. Das Zimmer war übermäßig hell. Ich konnte mich nie an Glühbirnen gewöhnen und bevorzugte das sanftere Licht von Kerzen. Meine Mutter hatte immer eine weiße Kerze brennen, wenn sie mich beim Zubettgehen sah.
Was ist mit dieser Kerze passiert?
Jemand hat sie umgeworfen. Das freche Balg. Mein dunkelhaariger Bruder. zündete die Kerze an, setzte das Zimmer in Brand und verbrannte all seine Gemälde. Er rannte zu mir. Sein Körper brannte.
총인데 저건?
In seiner Hand war eine Waffe. Ich sagte Theophil einmal, er sei kein Genie wie Weininger. Sich eine Kugel zu geben, werde ihn nicht berühmt machen. Nur ein Debüt hinterlässt Eindruck. Die folgenden Shows sind langweilige Wiederholungen. Er lachte. In der Tat, zu viele haben sich für Ruhm erschossen. Nur durch leidenschaftliches Feuer würde die Welt sich an mich erinnern. Ich verabschiedete mich von ihm und ging nach unten, um mit den Damen zu sprechen. Blut durchtränkte den Holzboden und tropfte in meinen Becher. Tropf, Tropf, Tropf. Ich ging nach oben und fand Theophil in einer Blutlache liegen. Ein Revolver lag in seiner Hand. Ah, wie sein Zylinder wie Musik klickte. Ich hob mein Kleid an, damit das Feuer wie Wasser herabrollen konnte. Ich lehnte mich über das Loch an seiner linken Schläfe und sagte: Theophil, wo ist dein Feuer? Theophil setzte sich auf und sagte: Isolde, wo ist deine Waffe?
Ihre Waffe?
Meine Waffe? Meine Waffe! Ich erinnere mich jetzt. Ich hielt die Waffe die ganze Zeit. Theophil stand im Arbeitszimmer. Die Flammen umhüllten den Balken, die Decke, alles.
Was?
Er rannte auf mich zu, schreiend vor Schmerzen. Er brannte. Die Hitze trocknete mir die Augen aus. Er stand in Flammen und rannte auf mich zu. Doktor, er rannte auf mich zu.
Tief einatmen. Ganz langsam ausatmen. Es ist alles in Ordnung, Isolde. Ich bin hier bei Ihnen. Sie sind sicher.
Und dann hörte ich einen Schuss. Ich kann mich nicht erinnern. Der Abzug war schwer zu ziehen. Nach dem Schuss ist es mir aus der Hand gerutscht. Ich habe Theophil getötet. Es war ich. Ich verdiene es nicht, das Recht zu haben, an seiner Beerdigung teilzunehmen oder seine Gedenkausstellungen zu veranstalten. Ich verdiene keine Sympathie und Freundlichkeit. Ich hätte in dem Feuer verbrennen sollen. Ich hätte sterben sollen.
Alles ist gut. Ich bin weder Richter noch Polizist, Isolde. Ich bin einfach nur Ihr Arzt. Ich werde Ihnen treu bleiben, egal was Sie denken, wer Sie sind. Ihr Leben war in Gefahr. Jeder hätte dasselbe getan. Es war nicht Ihre Schuld, Isolde. Sie waren einfach verängstigt. Schämen Sie sich nicht für Ihr instinktives Verhalten. Seien Sie versichert, Ihr Geheimnis ist bei mir sicher. Nach Dr. Freud ist das Akzeptieren ihrer Dunkelheit der erste Schritt zur Befreiung. Es erfordert Mut und ist nicht einfach zu tun. Die meisten Menschen schaffen es nicht. Aber Sie haben das sehr gut gemacht.
Habe ich eine gute Arbeit geleistet?
Ja, eine ausgezeichnete Arbeit.
Doktor!
All right, this is as far as I can walk you. You have to host a ceremony tomorrow, and Tosca's next week. Vienna won't forgive me if I take up too much of your time.
Don't worry about it. Like you said, the night breeze will do me some good.
I heard from Heinrich that you're trying new things. I read his stage design. The style of Berlin expressionism he adopted is quite refreshing. I have to admit, he became a little strange after his trip to Berlin. But his passion for art didn't change, nor did his love for his fellow Viennese.
I appreciate his hard work as well. But sadly, the Vienna Court Opera didn't approve our performance application. So we turned to the Wiener Volksoper.
Well, I'm not surprised. Understand that Mr. Mahler is the artistic director of the Vienna Court Opera, and even he could not bring Salome to the stage. Those boring, stale old-timers will never approve of new forms of art. They always expect something predictable and unvarying. The same old pieces and settings.
I'm the reason Tosca can't get the permission. Because I, the star, am a medium. A maniacal arcanist.
Oh no, that's not it. In Vienna, the great composers, conductors, and performers, almost all of them have been arcanists. Wiping out the unique talents of arcanists and their artistic contributions would be like setting fire to the cultural tapestry of Viennese society.
Oh, sorry, a flood. A flood is better. They consider it a desecration of the stage. When a singer is channeling, she's essentially asking a spirit to possess her and speak directly through her. Thus, she becomes the character in the opera. People will question the authenticity of the voice. Is it still the singer's own voice? Or is it a fraud?
No, Isolde. They think that because they know nothing about performance. Not even the slightest thing. The nature of the stage is to be someone else. If they're so intent on the presentation of the true self, the mares in my clinic would like a word with them. It is an actor's job to become another person. On stage, in a fictional world, they briefly trick our eyes into thinking it's real. And to achieve that, we rehearse rigorously through sweat and pain. We take care of the music, the costumes, the settings, the lights. Your gift helps you do this better than others. That's all.
But I use the arcane skills of the Dittersdorf family. I couldn't have done these things without them. What if an arcanist's talent for art is also a curse? Maybe I'm just a fraud, Doctor. I'm propped up by my illness, and once it's cured, my talent will be gone with it.
It's not like that, Isolde. Using your talents is not cheating. We're arcanists, but before we allow ourselves to be defined by that word, who are we, really? If an arcanist grew up on a lonely island, she wouldn't see herself as an arcanist, but as a person like you, like me, like everyone.
Doctor.
But you know, the truth is, when I look at a crowd, I don't see any arcanists. All I see is our people, with different talents, trapped in life, their selfhoods ground smooth until they're indistinguishable from the crowd. Humans celebrate their flaws, yet they persecute our gifts. They control the narrative. They define our gifts as diseases, our talents as weaknesses, and our bloodlines as curses. If we're cured, they're just another face in the crowd. But if we live on with our diseases, we're forever ill, forever afflicted. We arcanists have to live in such a world, where we survive through suffering. Look at this city. This most enlightened, tolerant city. Under the sweet surface of the Sachertorte lies powder and poisonous vine. Arcanists are recognized for their artistic abilities, nothing more. We hold no parliamentary seats, no professional titles, and no professional credentials. We are exiled and marginalized. Our only voice in the culture is to be decoration, because decoration impacts nothing. The restrictions and discrimination against arcanists are worsening by day. First, we had to register with the government. Then we needed residence permits. And now, permission to cast arcane skills. And we can do nothing but tolerate, stay polite and dignified. Be a good arcanist, show no signs of instability, because we're supposed to stay rational. Otherwise, we're animals. But people are complicated. They can't stay rational forever. As Dr. Freud said, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. You might be sick. I might be too. But the truth is, this whole society is sick. You can't just treat the individual and ignore the bigger picture. It was the repression of irrational desires that allowed the diseases to spread in our time. In this case, the people on that island are much freer than we are.
You mean that mysterious island? I hear gold is in the ground there.
Remember the lady from the Foundation?
Yes. Why?
She said the arcanists on that island are not lunatics, and they're living a life free of restrictions. Doesn't that sound great? If we could form our own society, like those artistic associations, and have control over our own production and labor. This must have been some kind of enlightenment. I can almost see it. They'll show us another way of life, a kingdom free of oppression. To help them is to help ourselves. And that's also what your exhibit is about.
Me? No, I'm not as great a person as you.
But you are working for a great cause. Isolde, my friend, I've shared my dream with you, and I hope one day it'll become your own, until the day when everyone shares the same dream. Our society needs a revolution, a radical surgery. urgently need a new vision to reunite us at the dawn of the new century. Like the secession in art history, we need a secession of arcanum to distinguish us from hysterical lunatics, street peddlers, and con artists. We need a new dream, a new saga. We need to reinvent ourselves and become a new people. No more repression, only the full embrace of our primal desires. That's why your work has not been in vain. From Theophil's art exhibition to the promotion of new art. Do not doubt yourself. You're helping a great cause.
Thank you, Doctor. This is the first time anyone said that to me. I will bear that in mind. Your words in the breeze of night have been stirring. Can you walk with me a little longer? I'd like to hear more things about the cessation you mentioned, so that I can prepare my speech for tomorrow's ceremony.
Yes, it is my pleasure. Would you like a walk to the Wiener Volksoper? I think they put up new posters.
Reporter of New Free Press, editor-in-chief of The Pan, the founder of Die Fackel. Oh, that's Egon Erwin Kisch, the reporter who uncovered the scandal surrounding Colonel Alfred Redl. I had investigated this before. Adolf Loos, the architect. He designed the Steiner house, as I recall. That's Major Maximilian Honge and his wife. Who knew that celebrities like them would visit this exhibition? But they look different from the pictures in the papers. They were younger and less chubby. Has my memory failed me? Or is it because photography is also an art of beautification? Mr. Cull was right. People are flocking to the Secession building to get a glimpse of the new art.
I can't appreciate these things at all. I've informed the field agent squad. As soon as Heinrich shows up, we'll get him under control. Ideally, we will take him away for illegal use of arcane skills. It is the best reason and the least risk. It also complies with the laws of this time. If Menace Vindictae is behind all this, they will show themselves for sure. The squad will assist us with the perimeter by then. Marcus, your mission is to watch everything closely. Heinrich could be disguised and hiding in the crowd. Also keep an eye on the Menace and the rituals. That's what we were originally here for.
Leave it to me. I won't miss a thing. Mr. Thomas, the representative, is talking to the ladies about Expressionism. His parents did not foresee the success of Impressionism, the works that made no sense but became priceless on the market. That's why his generation overcorrects their aesthetic standards and pays compliments to any art they don't understand. The reporter for the New Free Press and that major are discussing the frequent suicides in Vienna. They've written articles about it, and many of them attribute it to the publication of The Sorrows of Young Weather. Cacanea is describing the founding idea of this circle. This is the first magic circle drawn by the primitive man. Quite a strong woman. The military exercise in Bosnia and Herzegovina this spring, General Conrad to lose power, a low-pressure trough on the Atlantic Ocean, ivory-colored paper for official use only, the general, wife of a cabinet member, court sand, is arcanum a bacterial infection? Is psychoanalysis a new type of mental illness? Mr. Heinrich is not here. Nothing useful on this page. Ah, Miss Isolde again. She's the host of the exhibition. She seems healthier than the last time we met. I don't know why, but I'm happy for her. She's about to make a speech.
It is my honor to host this exhibition. Before we begin, I'd like to express my gratitude for Mr. Heinrich, who is Theophil's friend and the curator of this exhibition.
Heinrich still hasn't shown up. Did he notice something?
And also, a friend of mine, the founder of the circle, Miss Clara. Without her tireless work behind the scenes, we wouldn't be here today. Born into a rising arcane family of the middle class, Miss Clara is a devoted doctor and an art connoisseur with impeccable taste.
Dr. Cacanea is standing up, greeting the guests. That's an awkward smile. Looks like she didn't see this coming. Miss Isolde is giving her an encouraging look. She wants to introduce her friend to the celebrities? So they're actually very close.
I told her not to mention my name.
Miss Cacanea is lowering her hat. Does she not like the spotlight? No, that's not it. Is it because of Miss Didastov's gaze?
This is the debut of the Salvation, the only painting Theophil left behind.
This is it.
In his last moments, Theophil became obsessed with the Golden Isle. He envisioned it as a realm of art and culture, a utopia for arcanists. There, the primal vitality and passion of arcanists would be preserved and never tainted by the outside world. He wrote, "That island holds the hope of salvation."
Is this so? This is above my clearance. Sounds like everyone in Vienna has their own interpretation of the island.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. We are forming a committee to petition the Empire to cease its attacks on the island. The arcanists there are not lunatics. They are simply living free.
Huh?
Their existence is a revelation to us. To help them is to
분홍색
help
싹싹 갖다
ourselves.
팔았나 봐. 어디 있는 거야?
Our society is sick.
너가 병신이라는 거.
Treating the individual is
아,
only treating
병신
a symptom.
새끼.
It needs a radical surgery. A revolution that would let us rediscover our repressed nature and reinvent ourselves in this
아니야, 그냥
world.
병신인 것 같아. 괜찮다,
Something's
그냥.
wrong. Her speech is...
I wish for the arcanists to unite. and establish an independent kingdom of freedom, free from repression and oppression.
인디펜던트?
늦었다.
야씨 방금 인디펜던트라고 한 거냐?
그게 뭔데?
어?
그게 뭔데?
It's an emergency. Seals the exits. Add us all to our
독립.
targets.
맞아, 그런 얘기였어. 저는 억압받지 않고 자유롭고 우리만의 왕국을 세우는 거예요. 근데 이 말 했다고 이 쫄대를 맞나?
Marcus.
그 말했다고 뭐
now.
했는데?
이거 그 납치가 아니라 그
What?
납치, 고문, 그리고 기웃기웃?
아니 그 개소리야. 납치가 아니라 뭐야 그 체포 명단에
아.
추가했어. 저 말했다고.
세포를 찢었다고.
체포 명단 이 새끼야.
너무 슬프.
Am I hearing things, or did Mr. Totov really say that?
너무 끔찍한 게임이야.
Oh, forgive her.
Fucking
Perhaps
game.
Mr. Totov hasn't fully recovered from her illness.
대충.
I
It's
think so
true.
too.
What? How? I did not tell her to.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, calm down.
Calm down.
Do not
손을
panic,
들어라.
or I have found salvation for you.
Henry?
아,
What is that behind you?
Often the targets showed up, but golems are attacking us.
다음 게
I see it
존나
too.
예쁘더라.
The arcane skill of object enchantment.
어,
Marcus, give it a read.
가수있냐 이름이?
아 리버스
어떻게-
이거 다음 캐릭터 카칸이야.
Please do not ignore what Miss Dessersdorf is
걔는
saying.
누군데?
This is a proving ground for a world-ending
하수인도 아니고
experiment.
카칸이야도 아니고 뭔데?
하수인? 아, 네가 말한 하수인인 걔가 맞는 것 같은데?
하수인 하수인 그 명조 신캐 말하는 거 아니야?
맞아.
네, 이쁘지. 내가 올렸잖아 지금.
나 올린 적 없어, 바보야.
나가.
그냥 안 나가.
꺼져.
내가 안 나가면 너가 뭘 할 수 있는데.
제발 당장 꺼주십시오.
그냥 난 고트야.
와, 야, 키드나가 뼈 하나 줬어. 야, 미쳤다. 예준이 진짜 홍상이네. 그냥 죽어라.
당장 뜯던 사람.
아니, 부검해라.
부검은 죽이는 거 아니야?
그러니까 죽이라고.
나도 상당히 마음에 드는 이야기긴 해.
당장 부검해라.
예준아, 한 대 맞고 부검할래? 아니면 두 대 맞고 부검할래?
야, 뭐야, 피가 왜?
아파서 대답을 못하는 거야. 오히려 좋아. 좀 약간 뭐랄까 꼽긴 하네. 왜 저 녀석만 저렇게 행복해야 되는 거지?
너도 키나 잡아.
누구세요?
A catastrophe is coming. The clouds of war are filling up the sky.
불초야 되는 거 알지?
Open your eyes and look at all we have now.
격돌
The
실패.
music, the art, the ambitions of progress.
정말 슬픈 이야기야. 오 마이 갓.
What? What? Are you
진짜
all
궁금해
talking
죽겠네. 그래서
about?
내일 학교 가도 되는 거야? 말아도 되는 거야?
Not to worry, Doctor. You simply don't know yet.
아, 교수님 제발 알려다오.
물어봐서 아니라고 했다네.
아, 내가 그렇게 말했어 너한테? 아니, 내가 말을 잘못했던 것 같아.
그냥
그게 아니라
없어?
어?
아무 대답도 없어?
없어.
그러면 진짜 뭐임? 전화해 그냥. 교수님 늦은 건 알겠는데 그 씨발 말씀 해주셔야죠. 내일 가요 말아요.
그 교수한테 전화하기 싫은데.
그리고 뭐 대학원생 아는 사람 없어? 조교?
아니, 그 사람 명예교수도 없어.
아니 씨발.
모든 게 가불긴 상태라고 할 수 있지. 아주 족같아.
뭐 약간 메일 같은 거 보내나?
아니야, 오히려 좋아. 그냥 이대로 안 가는 거야.
왜? 나쁘지 않지.
안 가고 이제 왜 안 왔냐 그러면 네가 안 보냈잖아, 개새끼야 이러는 거지. 그래 졸업을 못하면 어떡하지? 네.
Follow me and I'll show you everything. Where your dream has taken a root.
상류 당장 육성.
This is ridiculous. An independent kingdom? It is treason. We are Viennese. Why would we want to leave our own country?
Are these golems works of art too? They look expensive. I'd like one in my collection.
Open the door and let us go. This travesty is a disgrace.
잠실 좀.
아니야? 그거 아니야.
Damn. Are these golems immune to Arcanum? We can't get to Heinrich.
Madam Hoffman, I read them. Object enchantment strokes. The same ones we found at the Foundation branch.
Any signs of the Manus rituals?
No, nothing yet.
Golems can only be broken from within. Marcus, tell everyone the method. Ola, evacuate everyone and use the mute spell. Don't let more people hear about the error. Heinrich escaped with his ode. There's an opening behind the painting. After them.
Who ate beans?
I can hear it.
Another jar? You are Enjoy! What's wrong? Got you. It could be some newly made this year. Oh, there's a bubble.
Madam Hoffman, are you...
I'm fine. I have escaped the tunnel. Stop the chase. Let's not cause any more disturbances.
This is... strange.
What is it, Marcus?
This tunnel leads to the Vienna branch of the Foundation?
I remember it's called Lending a Hand.
이번 메인 스토리 상당히 의미가 있어.
아니야.
상당히 재밌어.
아니야.
넌 못하겠지. 접었으니까 깔깔깔.
안 접었는데 바보야.
넌 접었으니까 못하겠지. 50 뽑고 접었대요.
진짜 안 접었음 사실.
그래 그렇겠지. 지금 나가서 친구 목록 들어가서 며칠째 부재 중인지만 봐도 나오는데 씨.
한번 봐봐.
아 귀찮게.
Thank you for your
버튼
mediation within the
나온다.
committee. I think you're right.
버튼 안 나오는 거
예.
아니었어?
Sending more people to the island will
이번
only exacerbate the trust issue. They don't trust us. And that's what Arcana wants. Things have just got better. And we can't let anything else upset this delicate balance. I think... if we
어디
somehow
보자.
can't come to an agreement with the
우진
opponent,
게이를 한번
we
물어볼까?
should at least prevent them from allying with the Manus in turn.
그래 게이야.
Come in, please.
Good morning, Miss Verton.
야, 주영이 불쌍하다 근데.
왜?
주영이 지금 실험하러 갔어.
그게 무슨
20시간에 실마하러 갔어. 저건 진짜 쉽지 않은 것 같아. 아, 뭐 주는 거 아니었어? 뭐야 이거? 야, 14,800원에 10복을 판대.
맞아.
I'm here to see if you need help with anything.
이거 완전
May I have some more paper?
아니야.
왜?
Of course. We are always generous in our support of the contemplative.
아, 이거야? 호세에 했나?
Thank you, Miss Marta. Don't you want to ask me what I'm writing letters for?
문제 좀 볼게.
Despite all the unpleasant events, the integrity of your soul number is unquestionable.
그러니까 한 명의 육성 캐릭터를 선택해서 확률로 캐릭터 설정할 수 있대.
The Foundation is negotiating with the outside world. They are trying to resolve this unfounded territorial dispute peacefully.
그 뭐냐 상시인 애들이 그냥 다 열리는 것 같은데 지금 보니까.
예준이가 무슨 말을 했지만 안 들어도 괜찮아.
어디 예준이 어디 아
We've yet to reveal the coordinates of the island, and don't want to exacerbate the conflict. Could you convey our sincere intentions?
You're such a young girl, yet you sound like an official. But I'm just a practitioner without a number, a roamer of turbulent times. I haven't been on this island much longer than you. I will send your message, but I'm not the one who makes the decisions. It's just, from what I know about the teachings of Apeiron, what you're striving for is not of their concern, Miss Verton.
아니 아직도 여기 섬에 갇혀 있는 거야, 버티는?
I don't understand.
All that is trivial in the phenomenal world is the trivialist of trivialities. If the emanation
그래, 너무
moves,
그렇게 메인 스토리
everything
나왔다
will be washed
나왔다니까 나도
away.
스토리를 봐주겠다.
Wars, disputes. Their number one priority is how to find salvation. Once and for
넣으려고
all.
하니까 귀찮아졌다. 어떻게 하면 좋냐 이걸. 싫은데요? 할 건데요?
꺼져.
왜 나한테 명령이야?
왜 나에 대한 기준만
The
엄격한
fact
건데.
is, we're going astray. The emanation in 1999 had taken away almost all our outside contacts. Ever since the incident 4 years ago, we've been cut off from the outside world and have become an isolated island in the emanation.
아이고 힘들어.
아니 여기 이야기 재미없는데 그냥 거기 그냥 이졸데랑 스카니아 이야기로 돌아가면 안 되나?
뭐?
여기 37이 나오면 되잖아. 아니 여기 그거잖아. 수학 얘기 나오잖아. 족같아. 재미없어.
이 수학 얘기가 왜?
수학 얘기 재미없어.
야 황혼의 소리 이거는 뭐고? 고독의 노래는 뭐고? 황혼의 소리 이건 뭐야?
방송 켜봐. 나 지금 메인 스토리 밖으로 못 나가서.
헤헤.
And during these 4 years, no research on the emanation
저번에 몬스터를
progressed.
봤냐고.
In the end, the theoretical study of its patterns was proven completely wrong. How long should we sit idly by? Until the humans take over our island? No matter
이거
who
뭐임?
revealed our coordinates, be it the Foundation or Manus Vindictae, someone should
이게
be
있고
held
이게 있어.
responsible.
아 위에는 로그라이크 같은 거고 눌러봐봐.
롱라라고?
롱락거리가 아마.
아 맞네.
이거 로그라이크.
아, 롱라구나. 재밌겠다. 나중에 하고.
그리고
이게 이벤트인가?
그 메인 스토리인데.
예.
메인 스토리 열린 기념으로 하는 이벤트인 거야. 그 스토리는 그냥 메인 스토리고. 너가 근데 메인 스토리
못 보는데?
6장을 안 밀어서 아니 씨발 5장부터 안 밀었네. 동굴속 죄수부터 안 밀었네.
또 뭐예요 그러면?
동굴속 죄수를 미셔야죠.
에바죠.
왜요? 저거 메인 스토리예요.
아 언제 봐요?
아니 전 거를 안 봤는데 다음 걸 어떻게 봐 미친놈아.
해줘.
어이가 없네. 아니 그리고 그럼 스토리 이해도 안 되고 재미없잖아.
얘네. 이거 애는 못 꺼줘야 되냐 이거?
이지? 나가봐. 여기 고독애들을 들어가봐. 저기 탕비실 눌러봐.
샀어 여기 있던 건.
그거 끼면 돼.
아 그래?
그거 얘 전용 그거야.
아니면 근데 왜 줘요? 뭔가 이상한데? 전용 이거야? 그러면 설마? 이걸 왜 줘?
원래 여기 전무 그냥 줘.
망하려고 그래 얘네?
아니 원래 처음부터 그랬어 여기.
미친 거 아니야?
여긴 원래 그런 게임이었습니다.
어지럽네. 명예방주나 여기나 이상하다 진짜.
전무를 돈 주고 파는 게 더 이상한 거 아닐까?
그런가? 우리가 길들여서 그런가?
아니 캐릭터 샀으면 다 산 거 아니야 솔직히? 여기서 더 사는 게 이상한 거 아니야?
확실히 일리가 있어.
37 is the one in charge of studying the emanation. Save your questions until after she wakes up.
뭐야
6 is treating her now.
37이 얼굴이라도 봐야 좀
Also,
재밌는
talking about the decisions made 4 years ago is meaningless now.
근데
What's more, the Foundation is not hostile. They helped us minimize the damage from the reveal.
이번
Manus
주말에
Vindictae
봐야겠다.
has also given us constant material support since that difficult time 4
결국
years ago.
37인 거 뭔가 걔 원툴 아니야 그럼?
37. She's just a child. Can't even handle her own
Yeah.
business. Ever since she brought outsiders to the sacred place, everything has
저기 아직
changed.
이통차밖에 안 된 거라고?
You know you're judging a child in a
아니
coma?
좀 뭔가
Even if
내가
37
쓴
did
캐릭터 중에
something
제일 센 거
wrong,
같아.
she's certainly paying for it.
그렇겠지. 네가 쓴 캐릭터는 낡은 구닥다리고 쟤는
뭐야?
어허?
씨발 내 자랑스러운 딜러를 보여주지.
보여줘봐.
개새끼야.
나가. 구닥다리잖아 진짜로.
이발
레골루스
없어요 그런 딜러가.
레골루스 그거 완전 37회 때 개처 발린 튼다가 아니냐?
저 발렸어?
사실 좀 다르긴 하지.
답이 없다. 그냥 게임이 답이 없어.
제멜 바이스도 성능 좋대.
누구?
제멜 바이스.
얘.
응. 제멜 바이스.
이거 맞아요? 이거 프리나 아닌가? 현실 피해네? 현실 딜러구나.
젠장 제멜 바이스. 언니가 좋다.
아, 근데 일단 누구 삼통찰은 좀 시켜주고 하자.
무시 삼통차래.
못 시켜. 나 막혔어.
왜?
이걸 얻을 방법이 없던데?
그거 스테이지 안 밀어서 못 만드네.
여기 가면서 할 수 있는,
뭐야 이것도 안 돼.
아, 못 사. 아, 없어.
호접이잖아.
그렇다고 가차를 할 수는 없잖아. 저거 2개 처먹 죽겠다고.
아씨 제메바이스 의지는 로그라이크 깨야죠? 계열받네. 아 롱라 하기 싫은데.
답이 없다. 그냥 게임이 답이 없어. 그렇다고 스토리 스킵 때리긴 좀 그런데 이건. 여긴 맛있어가지고.
스토리 스킵을 왜 때려 이거. 여기 스토리 빼면 하는 이유가 없잖아 게임을.
그니까. 이거는 좀 때리기 그렇다고.
명조도 스토리 빼도 할 게 많긴 한데 그래도 스토리 제일 맛있었는데 이번 거.
근데 명주는 때리는 게 맞았어.
근데 이번 거 진짜 맛있었어.
그러니까 약간 합리적으로 때린 거야. 딱 봐도 진지한 스토리가 없으니까 그냥 때린 거예요.
맞긴 해. 메인 스토리 진행을 안 하긴 했는데 그것도 나쁘지 않았는데.
가보니까 그냥 무슨 성류가 나와서 그냥 엥엥엥 이러고 있더구만.
생각보다 괜찮았어. 장리 스토리는 꼭 보렴. 장리가 귀엽단다.
그거 남겨놓고 있어.
상당히 맛있었어.
나 장리가 제일 세, 내 파티 중에서.
당연하지. 아니 금리가 제일 세지 않아?
아니 억가를 많이 당해서 에코. 장리가 그나마 억바가 좀 있어서 그나마 된 거야. 그지 같아요. 허접임.
인정한다. 너가 허접인
어떡하겠어. 성음을 관여는 답이 없어요, 내 생각에는.
너가 허접인 것은 내가 인정한다.
롱런 한번 해볼까?
롱라 되려나? 3통찰이 하나도 없는데. 한번 해봐.
Don't get angry.
Oh,
What 42 is trying to say is simple.
이거 난이도 낮으면은 자동으로 내 통찰 레벨 올려준다는데.
아 그래? 그럼 됐네. 그냥 해라.
Even if the emanation will take away the human army, when is it coming? Now that our model has failed, how can we be informed of the next emanation and act accordingly? If pure theoretical research is doomed to failure, and if we must look outward, how can we restore communication with the outside world?
3통찰 루시 한번 써봐라.
될까?
육성 하나에 4니까 3개 끼면 못 끼겠네 너.
쉽지 않은데?
5성은 낫지. 5성은 2개네.
뭐야. 내가 가지고 있는 캐릭터를 그냥 자동으로 3통찰로 만들어주는 거네, 지금 보니까.
그치?
얘는 왜 2통찰만 레벨? 얘네가 원래 그런 애들인 거보다. 아성이 애들. 있어야 될 것.
루시 물딜이냐?
물들이지 않을까? 라버신데?
그거 말고 현시 피해.
현시
현시
피해.
피해면 저거 제멜 대신 콤블룸 어때? 제멜
짝짝?
끼고 싶으면 한번 껴봐. 네 맘대로 해라. 얘가 그 현시 피해 반각에 있어서 좋거든. 근데 힐러는
야, 어차피 넣을 애들 넣으면 되니까.
그치. 그럼 됐다.
가봐, 일단.
근데 제멜 딜러 아니야?
뭐야, 스토리가 있네?
있을걸?
너의.
근데 짤막해서 저번에도 로그라이크 있었거든.
그래?
두 번째로 온 거야.
Do we stand with the Foundation or with Manus Vindictae?
$210. Your words are provocation. Are you saying that we should stop being neutral and get involved in the endless faction disputes? This is against what Apiron stands for.
I can't agree either. The truth is supposed to keep us off the wheel of birth, not on it.
I was just interpreting what 42 had in mind. Moreover, we're already caught in the wheel of birth. Human weapons were undeniably dropped on our island before. The tragedies it caused and the thirst for justice will only keep us trapped in this cycle. But what caused this cycle to begin with? Brothers and sisters, you are blinded by the shrapnels of that conflict, and you're missing the essence. Listen to me and I will tell you.
Cut to the chase, 210. It seems you're the one blinded by your own rhetorics.
Who can get me the stone clock on Six's seat? I'll clobber him myself.
The original cause is the failure of our research on emanation. Our excellence comes from our beliefs. Once the truth fails us, the foundation that sets us apart from the world will also fail us. However, my people of great wisdom, forgive me for imagining a worst case for you. We believe the book of nature was written in the language of mathematics, and every number is a transcendental existence living in the kingdom of eternity. Math is the path to truth. The calculation of math patterns has led us to pursue the fundamental knowledge of the world, the origin of Numa. But what if the supreme existence has no pattern at all? What if the ebb and tide of Numa is chaotic and irrational?
210, are you denying our beliefs? Are you saying the results we've achieved are just coincidences? The fundamental theorems of ancient mathematics, the applications and improvements from modern mathematics, the mathematical laws in atomic clocks and leaf-venation, and every prophecy of emanation that were proven correct, were they all just a collective dream of ours?
Well, like I said, I was just imagining a worst-case scenario.
내가 요즘 교양으로 그거 배우고 있거든.
뭐?
서양 철학 배우고 있는데.
서양 철학.
교필에 있더라고. 그래서 막 들었는데 여기 보니까 좀 느껴지는 것 같아. 되게 과도기를 그린 것 같아. 서양 철학이 배웠는데 기억이 안 나. 어쨌든 과도기인 것 같아.
응?
이게 철학이 그 뭐였지? 미토스. 어쨌든 이 철학이 맨날 추구한 게 바뀌잖아. 시대에 따라서.
뭐 그렇지.
로고스적 어쩌고랑 미토스적 어쩌고 있었는데 사람의 이성을 중점으로 두는 철학하고 신적인 그런 걸 두고 하는 철학이 있는데
로고스가 라틴어로 이성이잖아.
그치. 사람의 이성.
미토스가 뭔진 모르겠는데 그건 기억난다. 여기 허구 스타일에서 허구 역사학자들을 이제 미토스라고 불렀던 것 같은데. 그 새끼 신 이름이 미토스였을걸?
어쨌든 미토스에서 로고스로 넘어가는 것 같아.
약간 낭만주의적에서 실용주의적으로 넘어간다는 거.
미토스랑 로고스 전에 그게 있거든. 그거였지. 그 철학자인데 수가 모든 걸 소크라테스.
What?
서양 철학. 서양 철학에 대해 알려다오. 형이상학, 인식론, 윤리학 이런 거 말고요. 탈레스. 아 맞아, 탈레스라는 사람이 있었죠.
탈레스
탈레스 아시는구나.
알지. 알긴 알지.
철학 존나 어렵네.
외우는 게 어려운 거지.
하는 말이 존나 많아. 이상한 말.
옛날 사람들 국룰이.
서양 철학이야 더 어려운 거 같아.
아니야, 난 공자가 하는 소리를 잘 모르겠어.
이거다. 거의 미토스에서 로고스로 바뀌는데 이게 신화로 세상을 설명하는 게 아니라 이성에 기대어 세상을 설명하겠다.
좋아. 칼럼바를 할 수 있게 됐어.
세상 만물은 수로 이루어졌다. 아 피타고라스구나. 맞네.
피타고라스님을 아세요?
피타고라스가 기억이
음.
서양 철학과 세계관의 기원. 딱 그건 것 같아. 그냥 저기 동굴 속 죄수가 얘네 이름도 다 숫자거든.
아, 그래?
딱 이건 것 같아. 피타고라스 같아. 그리스 느낌.
Exhaustion is also
야,
a common method of
그건
proof.
좆된다.
근데 뭔가 아무것도 모를 땐 그냥 아무 생각 없었는데 좀 아니까 좀 알아가니까 좀 살짝 재밌어질랑 말랑하네. 여기 사람 좀 배워야 되는 것 같긴 해. 아 철학
우리
열심히 들어야겠다.
우리 범부씨께서 중요한 말 하나 또 한 번 하셨지. 뒤지기 직전에.
뭔데?
공부는 중요하다, 멍청아. 역시 범부야. 못한 말이 없어.
아 아니까 좀 재밌네. 그렇게 아는 게 중요하긴 하네. 게임을 즐기는데도 배경 지식이 많으면 재밌어.
맞아, 나도 그래서 그거 재밌게 하는 거야. 명일방도 재밌게 하는 거야.
일방도 그냥 게임이 재밌긴 하네.
나는 뒷설정 같은 것도 또라이같이 잘 찾아보니까.
네, 힙덕 새끼.
힙. 역시 하등한 인간과 다르다.
로봇 존나 세네. 아 저 씨
이게 로봇.
얼굴 저거 진짜 씨.
깡.
저거 얼굴 진짜 볼 때마다 적응이 안 되네. 저거 사람 얼굴도 그거잖아. 바꿔 끼는 거잖아.
나 잘 몰라, 스토리는.
나도 잘 모르는데 그냥 초반에 나온 이제 루시 나오자마자
아, 그래?
이거 이제 좀 웃기긴 해. 나중에 나와 봐봐.
예. 아, 난 애 좀 딜러로 쓰고 싶은데 못 쓴대.
보이죠?
예, 보이죠.
보이정가? 보이죠?
보이죠.
보이죠? 이거잖아. 그 관사됨.
Please help us,
맞아.
O Apiron. Correct the errors of our
관사
souls.
딜러를
Bring us back on the right
메인
path.
딜러로 쓰냐? 말이 되는 소리를.
Harmonize our spirit with the flesh, our will with life. Avoid sedition
컨셉이
from a
근데 딱 내
city.
취향이란 말이야.
Purge sickness from the body.
얘 다리
이것만큼 진짜 걔 레전드인 건 없다. 어?
다리 봐봐. 다리 우주다.
나 애 설정 다 알아.
아 그래? 진짜
애는 설정까지 완벽한 사람이더라고.
Please
알아?
help us. Our parents.
사람은 아니고
그
아무튼
새끼 설정 찾아볼 시간에 메인 스토리를 밀라고.
그거 옛날에 찾아봤어. 옛날에 메인 스토리 다 밀고 이제 뭐함 이러고 있었다니까.
진짜 어지럽네. 근데 사실 나도 옛날에 다 밀어놨는데 한동안 하도 안 나오길래 그냥 유기했어. 근데 메인 스토리 갑자기 빨리 나오네. 6도 나오고 6 나온 지 한 달 정도 지났는데 7 나오고 굉장히 빠르게 나와.
아 맞아. 나 그거 있었어. 그 설문조사 하거든. 복귀 설문조사 하면은 그 가차 준대 그걸. 그래서 했다? 근데 거기 지문 중에 그런 거 있었어. 혹시 리버스 199에 뭐 복귀를 하였나 막 그런 거 있잖아. 근데 그 중에 그런 게 있었어. 리버스 199를 왜 적게 됐나 그런 질문이 있었거든. 거기에 선택지에 메인 스토리 업데이트 주기가 너무 길어서 있었어.
솔직히 인정합니다.
지들도 안 와봐. 그래서 바로 걔한테 선택함.
씨발 메인 스토리 그거 업데이트를 몇 개월 만에 하는 거냐? 왜 옷? 하 진짜 어이가 없네.
Fucking game.
중간에 이벤트 나와서 나쁘지 않긴 했어. 이벤트 나름 재밌었어.
They don't look like
네.
seagulls. Well, am I mistaken?
약간 그 메인 스토리만큼의 그 무게감이 없지. 이벤트 스토리가 대체적으로 가볍긴 하지.
그래 난
Are these all from the outside?
메인 스토리가 맛있어서 온 건데
What's happening out
자꾸
there?
이상한 것만 먹여. 이거 다 먹었는데.
맛이 이상해요.
이거 상한 거 같은데요.
환불 안 되나요? 안 돼. 돌아.
9시 20분에 시작이라고?
A lovely day to rest at an outdoor cafe, isn't it, darling?
그러면은 넌 이 뒷부분에 퇴출될지도 몰라.
And knows how
진심이.
to address you properly with my lady. I'm here for one simple thing. Information.
딱 이렇게가 취향이다.
Careful
셋이 다.
ear to the goings on. A shrewd businesswoman can gather all the latest news.
이씨 미친 로봇박이 새끼.
아니 루시는 저거는 이제 뭐랄까 꼴림보다는 족간지 나잖아.
진짜 어이가.
시발 이걸 봐. 됐지? 와 시발 이거 봐봐. 이런 게임 흔치 않다.
진짜 어지럽네.
안녕하세요.
반갑습니다.
틀렸어. 김영준은 망했다고. 죽었다.
There she comes.
그래서
Girl in green with the bouncing feathers in her hat.
원신 재밌게 했니?
Don't worry.
그거 알아? 나
She can't
키니치
hear us from
삼돌이야.
here.
재밌게 하는 정도가 아니구나.
Of course you do.
닉네임
Isn't she our lively little cockatoo? She says she's a
아, 닉네임
psychiatrist,
바꿔야
but
되는
with
거 아니야?
all the work she does for the people, she's more like Vienna's own Robin Hood.
오케이, 닉네임 바꿔야겠다 그럼.
진짜 바꾼다고? 아니 그래 결심 이미 무너져 버리긴 했다 야.
말자만 빼버리.
현질을 하지 말자 해서 하지 말아보자로 바꿔보겠습니다.
그거잖아 씨.
하지
뭐가
말자는
다른
완고한 그런 의지였지만 하지 말아보자는 약간 권유하는
진짜
그런 거
어이가
아닐까. 아니 제 키니치
Those people
3돌에는
around her, with their gold
엄청난 스토리가
cufflinks and
있어요.
patched sleeves. Very
스토리 말해봐.
happy they're from Leopoldstadt.
자,
You
1돌은
can hear
그냥
them
홧김에
saying,
했고요.
Our golden era
술
is
먹고 했었나요?
finally here.
아니요, 그냥
Forget all these
키니치가
melodramatic
재밌어 보여서
rumors.
뽑았는데요.
그건 홧김이 아닌데요.
아무튼
예.
그 뭐냐 베이아 뽑고 그 뭐냐 이제 지금 나오는 확정인데? 이 생각하고 이제 키니치 다
Maybe you know it by a
뽑고
different name.
1돌 하고
Perhaps you caught a glimpse of it under
위에
the list of
영상에 그
exhibit
2돌
sponsors?
키니치를 보고 오쉣 이거 재밌어 보이는데
Europe at that
질도 엄청
time
세잖아
welcomed people
하고
from
이제
all over the
이도를
world.
뽑았어요.
Its culture and art held
이도를
as their highest
뽑았는데
ideals.
그 다음
Its
오법에서
institutions
아이루크가
believed they
나와버렸지
held the
뭡니까?
keys to paradise.
그래서 씨발 이거 이번에 그냥 다 해놓 그 뭐냐 관천 한번 보고 확천 한번 보고 이제 그 다음부터는 불의 신을 쌓아야겠다 하고 이제 3도를 했죠.
삼돌 안 하고
이게 무슨-
뽑았으면 됐잖아.
어쩔 수 없었다.
진짜 어이가 없다.
나에게 그냥 이건 협박한 거나 마찬가지야.
와.
They once believed
뽑을
that they were the
수밖에
lucky few.
만들었잖아.
Blessed with the wisdom of a golden age,
놀랍게도
that's why they
못해
still linger
바꿔놨어.
here, even after the smoke of war faded the glimmers of gold away.
야 근데 걔 1돌 개쩔더라.
It's not surprising to see
이걸
Elizabeth.
이속 존나 웃김. 그
See,
나무 판자
she has
위에서
to seek these well-hidden
달리면은
things and
존나
chirp along with the most overlooked voices.
탭댄스 하는 것 같음.
아니 이속 증가보다
But I feel sorry for her because she
맞아,
herself
치피
overlooked
백중.
some of these teeny tiny words.
너무
taken
어이가
as
없어.
jokes,
이거 맞냐?
ignored because her wishes and anticipation outweigh their sting. But
인보
while songs
반사.
are flickering in the wind, the clock keeps ticking.
어서오도록
People in the
해라.
cafe talk
그리고
about the
키니치 6돌
secessionists
보니까
and the newest
겁나
plays in the same breath.
취향 저격이어서
No one cares
6돌까지
about the
달리는
rumors
거
trafficked in the newspapers.
생각했는데
They're only
야,
concerned with
참았습니다.
what is in
또
front of
나중에
their
후회한다
eyes.
또.
아니 지금 파티가
너-
씨발
너 유나
유나랑
스파이
하는
있어?
풀돌 하지만 파티 2개 느비팟이랑 키니치 팟음 씨발 이거 맞냐?
아니 유라는 몰라도 한우는 쓸만하잖아.
쓸만한데 느비에트 씨발 그냥 이 딸깍 하고 있으면은 딜이 얼마나 나오는지 알아? 한은 이 클릭 이 클릭 이 클릭 이 클릭 이 정도 딜이 나와.
The good doctor comes to share the pain of that
느비에트는 잘못
melancholy.
만든 캐릭이
And
많다.
then next to the cafe,
카운터 있잖아,
to
그래도.
encourage the lower class to
맞아
persevere.
물슬라임.
She
물슬라임.
says that every man is
한운도 바람
entitled to
슬라임.
the same rights.
아니 걔는 안
She
나와
draws a
연설에.
circle around them all, like the
그리고
rainbow.
그리고
But the
웃긴
good
점
times will come again, so say the coffee sippers.
물슬라임 나온다? 그럼 그냥
But
불딜러
you
한
know,
명
in
데려가.
the end,
그리고 느비에트
they'll be
파티
like the
있어.
undissolved sugar
맞지,
at the
맞지.
bottom of the cup.
키니치 파티 누구랑 쓰냐 근데?
키니치 나 그 뭐냐 에밀리 없어서 나이다 끼고 쓰고 있어.
너도? 나도.
아 족병이 없을 텐데.
아니 뭐냐
My dear,
생각해보니까
your
나이다가
coffee is getting cold.
전무까지 있는데 파티 안 들어가더라고. 그래서
그러면 쓸만하지.
그냥 나이다 써야지 이러면서 쓰고 있지.
그
족병년은
바람팟이야
어떻게
아니면은 촉진이야?
촉진이 번개인가?
어 맞아.
바로 하지 그럼.
연소 아니야?
어?
연소 아니야 연소? 바로 아니고?
연소?
케미치 바라팟 아니야 바라팟?
바로도
연소가
쓰고
그냥
연소도 써?
불에다가 풀 딱 날리는 건가?
맞아
그럼 그거야 연소.
너도 연소구나. 나도 나이다 토마 베넷 이렇게 해서 쓰고 있어.
안 아파 그거?
키니치는 줄로 해가지고 멀리 떨어져서 싸우기 때문에 데미지 안 받어.
아 별로 안 아프겠네.
음.
라이우슬리는 씨 가까이 붙어가지고 윽액 이러는데.
라이오슬리는 몇 대 치면 직원 안 부르게? 뭐 그러던가 이러잖아. 제발 살려주세요 하는 편.
키니치 나이다 데이아 베넷 이렇게 쓰.
데이야 괜찮지.
데이아 이돌이야. 그래서 쓰기 좋아.
그러네.
많은
원래-
일들이 있었구나.
원래 명함이었는데